Iglesias, situated on the hills in southwest Sardinia, was the center of the Roman mining district where lead, zinc, and silver were extracted.
Modern mines developed during the second half of the 19th century under the Savoy domination. In this period, Iglesias witnessed an economic, social, and cultural renewal. After the World War II, the Sardinia mining industry started to suffer a deep crisis. In the 1980s, all the mines around Iglesias were slowly closed down.
As an alternative to the mines, a metallurgical industry opened in Porto Vesme. Porto Vesme Industrial Center is well known being the only producer of lead, zinc, gold, silver, bauxite and aluminum in Italy. If on one hand it has offered a temporary solution against unemployment, on the other it has caused endless conflicts. The factories, in fact, are built on a part of the coast previously of tourist interest.
The Sea of Sardinia is a part of Mediterranean Sea situated between the Italian isle Sardinia and the Spanish archipelago. The Sea of Sulcis Iglesiente is foaming and clear. It goes through 200 kilometers of Mediterranean coast with wild and uncontaminated views. The coast is divided into many beaches: Portofino, Cala Domestica, Masua, Fontana Mare, Portigetto, Cala Lunga and Plage Meso. Pan di Zucchero is a sea stack nearby Masua and the mining site of Porto Flavia. The original name was Concali Sotterraino. Moreover, surf, sailing and diving are widespread sport activities.
Fishing is one of the most important economic activity in Sardinia. The kind of pasta that you are seeing in these slides is typical of Sardinia and is called maloreddusu. On this table you can see some pasta, bread and sweets. Another kind of filled pasta is ravioli. But we also appreciate pizza, that is the most popular Italian food. We've also got some kind of bread, dried nuts, beans and vegetables, as you can see now. And here it is a colorful view of our market. At last, harlot sweets like pavacinas, sugar-coated brioche, and seadas served with Sardinian honey.
On August the 15th, we celebrate a religious feast where candelieri transport a huge wooden candle holder throughout town, honoring the Virgin Mary. We inherited another tradition from Pisa. People parade wearing typical medieval costumes, and different associations of crossbowmen challenge each other in a crossbow joust.
This is a folk group performing Sardinian dance in Sardinian ancient costumes, often accompanied by launeddas, a typical Sardinian instrument. On Easter week, we have a religious procession characterized by biblical characters and by babalottis, hooded men wearing a white tunic, symbolizing the crowd who followed Christ on the Calvary. The Pisan walls in the northeastern part of our town are a witness of the old presence of the Pisans and Aragons in the 13th century. They surrounded Villa Ecclesia, the old name of Iglesias. Castello Salvaterra was built during the Pisan invasion, probably, by Ser Ugolino della Gherardesca, mentioned in Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy. This is the monument dedicated to Quintino Sella, an important figure of the mining history of the town. It's in the center of Piazza Sella, a popular place where people meet.
Next to it, there is another square, Piazza Oberdam, where there is a monument dedicated to Sardinia's war dead. This is a square called Piazza La Marmora, with its ancient well and painted building.
This is Casa Rodriguez, one of buildings dating back to the 19th century.
This is a street of the old town center where there are many shops among Liberty-style buildings.
This is Piazza Municipio, where there are Santa Chiara's Cathedral and Bishop's Palace. Santa Chiara's Cathedral is the most important church in Iglesias and is the only cathedral in the world dedicated to Santa Chiara. Its building started in 1284 and ended before 1288. The church became cathedral for the first time in 1503 until 1513. In 1776 it regained the title of cathedral until today. San Domenico's church was built between 1609 and 1611, commissioned by Algher's bishop, Niccolò Canavera, born in Iglesias. This church was erected to teach children, and here there was a cloister that today doesn't exist. This is San Francesco's church, one of the oldest churches in Iglesias. It was built in 14th century. In 1866, the year when religious orders were suppressed, San Francesco's church began a barrack, a gym, a bakery, and even a kindergarten, until 1920s, when the building became a church again.
This is the Breve di Villa di Chiesa, the most ancient and important document in the historical archive of Iglesias.
Leggi della città di Iglesias. È scritto su robusta pergamena. La rilegatura è una
It's a unique document of the Pisan era, rescued from the fire in 1354.
La scrittura usata invece è una gotica libraria, utilizzata nel 1300 anche in molte cancellerie pisane. L'inchiostro utilizzato è il rosso.
It dates back to 1327.
E il nero per il corpo del testo. Le lettere di capitolo iniziali sono leggermente miniate. La lingua in cui il breve è scritto è un volgare toscano.
It is the town ancient code of laws written on a parchment. The cover is made of leather and dates back to the 18th century. The writing is Gothic and the ink is red and black.
Argomento diverso. Nel primo libro, per esempio, troviamo tutte le norme relative alla elezione, alla funzione e agli stipendi dei pubblici ufficiali.
The language is the Tuscan vernacular and includes words of Sardinian and Germanic origin.
Alle attività religiose e agli usi civici. Nel secondo libro, invece, troviamo tutte le norme relative alla procedura penale con la descrizione dei reati e delle pene previste.
It's divided in 4 books, which regulated different aspects of the social life in Iglesias. It ruled administrative life, religion, mining activity, civil and criminal procedure.
Infine disciplina l'attività mineraria e descrive sia i metodi di lavorazione.
It has been brought
delle
back to
miniere, sia le
life in
figure che lavoravano all'interno
1865
di essa.
from Carlo Baudi di Vesme, the man who gave the name to our school.
Al quale è stata dedicata proprio la vostra scuola.
Carlo Baudi di Vesme High School was founded in 1952-1953. There are about 650 students, and it's divided in 3 courses of study: linguistic, social economics, and human science. Our hallways are decorated with graffiti made by students. This graffiti comes from an important event called the Sotelatte, organized by our school.
We have Linguistic Lab, IT Lab, Science Lab, Music Room, where lessons, reunions and events take place. Football, volleyball and athletic tournaments take place in the gym. We also use it for events like Christmas or Carnival.
Deja vu. I'm still under the